This is your warning. If you haven't yet watched the new Toy Story 5, stop this video, do not watch, as spoilers are incoming. And I'm talking major plot lines, emotional scenes, new characters, villains, the ending, the whole shebang is gonna get spoiled. So pause this video, go watch the movie, come back, and let's talk everything Toy Story 5. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. As you guys know, I love Toy Story, as you can tell by the setting behind me. I'm a massive Toy Story fan. I grew up with it. I've watched all the movies, all the little side movies that they came up with. I collect all the toys, the Funkos. I've got Toy Story themed clouds, Toy Story themed bedding. I'm Toy Story if I had to be. I have a Toy Story bag, for God's sake. So of course I had to go and watch Toy Story 5 when it came out, and personally I thought it was awesome. Bradley would have other things to say.
It was alright.
But personally, as a Disney fan and a Toy Story fan, I loved it. So in this video we are going to talk everything Toy Story 5. So go and get yourself a drink, some popcorn, and take a seat. This might take a while. So, Toy Story 5 came out on the 19th of June, and me and Bradley went and watched it on the day of release. Here is a photo of us next to the poster, and Bradley pulling a face of, why am I here? Surely, for me. Not him, he is definitely not a massive Toy Story fan. I am a massive Toy Story fan.
I like the trilogy.
Yes, he liked the first three. Didn't like the fourth, not so keen on the fifth. I was very excited to watch this movie because obviously Toy Story means quite a bit to me. But also nervous about the actual movie coming out because obviously I had thoughts whether or not this was going to ruin it. Overall thoughts, I liked it. I generally thought it was very good. There was a lot of moments where I got very teary and quite emotional, seeing things that I didn't expect to see from like some of the other movies. I rather enjoyed it. Bradley, what's your thought? Your overall thought?
Just felt pointless.
Let's.
It was a good film, but just as a cynic, I suppose, the trilogy ended the story and it should have ended the story there.
And let's leave that there for now. Keep it short and snappy. Okay, so what I loved. The plot, so tech taking over and making toys useless. You know, with all the toddlers and the kids now going on to tablets and tech and playing games instead of playing with toys and making friends in that sense. We see how Bonnie is the only child left who is really playing with toys in her area, and so that sort of isolates her, and that's, I think her parents sort of realise, oh, you know, she's not making friends, so they buy her a lily pad to help her make friends. And of course in Toy Story 5 we have new characters. So first of all I'm going to mention Karen Beverly, which is Forky's wife, the knife. Now here's my question. Why is she called Karen Beverly? Why is it not Knifey?
I know why.
They make a joke in the film.
Thank you.
I now pronounce you man and knife.
Yeah, that's it.
So why can't she be called Knifey? I don't get it. I'm so confused. Lily Pad. I mean, yes, she is the villain, although sort of towards the end she does actually turn kind of good. She helps. So before watching the film I wasn't sure if I was gonna like her. I kind of didn't like her at the beginning. I thought she was funny, she was very sassy. I liked her more towards the end, and I definitely now want to get a Lily Pad collectible for my collection because why not? I mean, I bought Smarty Pants, so I might as well get Lily Pad. Smarty Pants is a new character, which is a toilet training toy. You got Snappy, which is, I think, what was it called? Snappy, the camera?
Yeah, Snappy,
yeah, Snappy, which is a camera. Well, they actually went to Disneyland, so I thought that was a cool mention. They mentioned Disneyland. Atlas, which is the little hippo that like is a map and it can GPS it can navigate. And then I don't get it right. The pig. Why was it called Jimmy Dean? That's a weird name for a pig. Is it country or something?
I need to Google that because Jessie, was it Jessie who seen his name was Jimmy Dean and she was like, oh my god, like it was something bad. I don't know, maybe he was destined.
But my favourite new character personally was Blaze, the kid that was, so obviously somehow Jessie gets led back to the house that she originally was a toy in, her previous owner Emily, which now Blaze lives in. Blaze is probably one of my favourite characters. I think she's absolutely fantastic. She's a great friend for Bonnie. They're very similar in how they play. I think that was brilliant. And yeah. Anything on Jimmy Dean before I move on?
Not yet.
Should we come back to it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, emotional moments.
Oh, I've got it.
He's got it. Okay, here we go.
10 facts about Jimmy Dean. He's gone, but there's a brand of sausages. Jimmy Dean's croissant, sausage, egg and cheese, and the pig's called Jimmy Dean.
They're going to eat him then.
Pork. Yeah, that's the connection.
Okay, moving on. So emotional moments in the movie. Personally to me, Jessie returning to her old owner's house. I didn't really expect her. I knew that she might end back up at the tyre swing, but I didn't think she was going to be in the house again, in the room. I was quite impressed how old the house looked still, like it hadn't really been done up since she was last there. You know, her seeing the room, the window where we did the whole scene of the song when she loved me, and then seeing the tyre swing. Okay, so my favourite scene is when Jessie finds the Jessie lunchbox buried under the tyre swing, and when she starts digging through it and realises that there's none of this belonged to Jessie because it's too recent, it's too young for what Emily would have had. She then found the card that was written from Emily to her daughter. The daughter's name was Jessie, so obviously Emily named her after Jessie the doll. And just seeing that revelation on Jessie's face and what it meant to Jessie, and it proved to Jessie that she was loved. Yeah, I almost cried. That was a moment that was just probably one of my favourite moments of the movie. I thought it was really great. But talking of that, something I want to mention that I was talking to Bradley about earlier is that I love Blaze. I think she's great. But I personally don't think it should have been Blaze in that house. I think it should have been Jessie's child and Jessie. I think it should have been that the house went down in generations. So from Emily was there as a child, so Jessie would have grown up there as a child. And so I personally think that the Blaze should have been Jessie's child. Any negatives? Personally to me, apart from obviously that I think it should have been Emily's child, Jessie's child growing up in that house. That's my one negative. These that I've got written down are actually Bradley's notes. Which I do agree with some of them. I do see where he's coming from. I get his point and I do sort of agree. First of all, Toy Story 5 shouldn't exist. Personally to Bradley, Toy Story 3 should have been the ending. He thinks was the perfect ending.
Well, it was the complete story arc of the characters. You know, finding a new owner, near-death experience because they thought they were done for. They're all holding hands. That's like the best scene of all of the films. And they found a new owner and everything. And then Toy Story 4 completely destroyed the whole world building of the owners.
I do agree.
Just decides to I don't know.
Because throughout the movies, Woody kept saying, "Oh, you know, I've got to get back to Andy," and then in the fourth film just abandons him to go and be a lost toy with Bo.
Well, he doesn't abandon Andy, does he? Because Andy gives all his toys to the little girl.
Well, but he's abandoned that.
His whole ethos is that we're a toy. We belong to this. I can agree. I can see that obviously Andy was his only child or whatever, and obviously when Andy's grown up and given away his toys, he might be thinking, that's my time over, but his whole ethos was about, with a toy, our whole existence is to make children happy. And then he decides to just run away and like live in the woods like a hermit and get fat for some reason.
Woody felt pointless. I do actually agree with Bradley on this one. I do think he was pointless. He was only in it for the sake of it. He was in it for Buzz. I mean, Bo was pointless too, because you only saw Buzz for like, what, 2 or 3 scenes at a time? Like three scenes for like, what, 1 second each in the movie? Bo, sorry, I mean Bo Peep.
Yeah, Bo Peep and Woody. Just, Woody, like, if he wasn't in it, people would say, oh, where's Woody? So they put him in it for the sake of
I thought the old man jokes were funny about his bald spot, the poncho, and the beer belly. But our question is, how did Woody get fat? Toys don't eat.
Yeah, toys don't change your age. Yeah, he got his bald spot because, you know...
It's been played with, so obviously it would have rubbed off.
Yeah, right. But, well, he didn't have a bald spot in the previous film and he doesn't get played with anymore. So what happened to him to cause that bald spot?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, while he's living in the woods. But,
Are
yeah.
Bo and Woody getting a bit kinky?
So I was going to say that, but I didn't think that was appropriate. But, you know...
Well, my channel's not for children, so we can say it.
You're taught Disney. Anyway.
Yeah, but it's for Disney adults, it's not for children.
But, yeah, the way...
All of my content is classed as not for children.
Oh, fair enough. But the way his belly comes out and he's sucking in his belly, like...
Yeah.
When did that sort of thing
How does that happen?
Like, does that mean that they can grow hair and that they shave? Are they correct in all places? Can they get pregnant? Can both of you get pregnant? Like, what the hell? Do they go toilet? Because if he's getting fat, that means he's eating.
Yeah.
And if he's eating,
It's
where's
pretty
it going? You know,
and then
raises a whole load of questions.
I think it's just the fact that Lily Pad was very quick to sort of dismiss herself and throw herself away after realising that she sort of had a play in making Bonnie quite depressed and rejecting Jessie. She's very quick to just sort of throw herself in the bin, like she immediately did it.
Yeah.
Well, not in the bin, obviously she threw herself onto the donations truck. The final big questions. Was Toy Story 5 necessary? No. If I'm honest, no. As a Disney fan and a Toy Story fan, I love it, but I personally do not think Toy Story 5 was necessary.
Cash cow.
Well, it is a cash cow. I mean, look at all the new merchandise. They've got loads of new Funkos out for it.
Merchandise was out before the film was out.
Yeah, it was. They've got loads of new Funkos. They've got loads of new collectibles, plushies. They've got popcorn buckets that people are now selling on Vinted for like 20 quid when they're $5.99 in the cinema.
What about the £140 lot? All 6 cups and the bucket would cost you £29 as a Gone Vintage, selling it for £140.
Yeah. I will be doing another video in the near future about the cups and the popcorn bucket that you can get from View, because that's where we watched it. I am aware that Cineworld have brought out a Buzz Lightyear popcorn bucket that looks really cool, so I am going to see if I can get my hands on that for my collection. And does it live up to previous movies? It's better than Toy Story 4, I think we both agree on that. Forky to me was silly, making a toy from trash and then the other toys have to save him. Like,
the whole movie.
Yeah, that's what Toy Story 4 basically was. The only real part of Toy Story 4 that I liked is that they brought Bo Peep back. I was so happy to see Bo Peep, and I love the way they sort of rebranded her and made her like different.
The message. They turned her into a girl boss. Basically, the Disney message.
But the other thing
Critical Drinker fans will know.
But the other thing we would say is that you can't beat the first 3, the trilogy.
Agreed.
Final thoughts. We're going to wrap this up now. We've been talking for about 10 minutes. Would you watch it again? Me personally, yes, because I'm a Toy Story fan, I'm a Disney fan. I'm definitely going to be watching this again. Bradley, no/yes. No, because he probably wouldn't, he's not really into it. But yes, if he was with me. Because that's the sort of thing he does.
I'll probably watch it again in about 2 years' time.
Yeah.
And I can watch films over and over again.
And then ratings out of 10, I gave it an 8. And that is purely because of the whole Blaze and Emily thing. I still think that Emily's child, Jessie, should have lived in that house with her daughter. Or son. She might have had a son. I'm not going to be sexist and say she had a daughter. It could have been a son. Sons play with cowgirls. I mean, look at me. I collect loads of Disney plushies, so it's possible. Well, everyone knows I'm gay. And then, you're my boyfriend, so of course I'm gay. And then Bradley rates it 7 out of 10.
Generous 7.
Generous 7. And we would love to know your opinions. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought and what you rate it out of 10. And that is our review of Toy Story 5. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave us a thumbs up. Comment down below and let us know what you thought of Toy Story 5 if you've watched it. Let us know your favourite character or your least favourite character. And if you're new and you haven't already, go ahead and click subscribe. I've got lots of new content coming out soon. It won't be long and I'll be going to Disneyland Paris again for the 3rd time in the last 3 years. I'm so excited. And hopefully soon I will be saving up to get my annual pass so I can start going, hopefully at least once a month, if I can afford it. Alright guys, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.